Giving it all we got, giving it all we can, giving it all we got. Oh, climbing up to the top of the world, no fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours. Whoa.
Hey guys, good morning. Uncle Craig here on the Bun Knob in Thailand, and I'm sitting in my rocker. I showed you in another video, we bought this over there on the road trip. I forget what we paid for it already. 4,000 baht? Yeah, 3,900 or something maybe. You know, 125 bucks or something like that. It's all right. But it's very simple design, so I think I can make some. Maybe I can sell them for 3,000. Undercut everybody. But this morning I was working on one of my little mini projects because it did rain a little bit last night, so we got some water on the bridge over there, and oh, my wrist hurt. But you know, I'm still sore, man, for the last 2 days, really. Oh, and you know, I don't want to take a whole bunch of paracetamol or something in the morning, every morning, just to get through the morning with my aches and pains from being old. But I do, you know, I'd love to focus straight on that sala and finish it, but I think I mentioned in previous videos too that big projects, if you just power through it all, you know, you're definitely going to break your body. You just like exercise, you know, you got to cross train. So I'm cross training by doing other shit. And one of the things I showed you was this table here with these little benches. My fan's on right here. See if I can shut it down. So check it out, man. Boom. I said I wanted to make this table into a checker or chess table. This is basically a big old cement slab, heavier than hell. Try to get there by myself. So what I really did was took the old floor tile from the kitchen in there, and I showed that also on previous video. I had two pieces of floor tile that were, you know, dark and light inside each other, and I cut them all up in uneven squares, really, because it had to be like that. And then what I did really this morning was I cut the tiles, but I cut down into the surface of this. I measured it, and then I just used my grinder to, well, not the grinding part. I used, oh wait a minute, I used my, you know, ceramic blade or whatever, cement blade, and I cut the square, and then I even cut more grit into it, and then just chipped it out with my hammer and my chisel. And then so it gave me that little, and it actually chipped out pretty good, because I think strangely enough, or not strangely enough, but so there was about this much material that was that thick on top of this. So they poured it concrete, and they probably did a what do you call that, you know, they probably rendered the top of it to make it better. And then anyway, so it popped off pretty good, you know. I mean, it was, I did have to take the grinding wheel and flatten that all around, you know, make it all much smoother or whatever. And then I can just drop these in there, and I think they're a little bit raised, just a little bit. And I think I actually maybe want it like that. I don't know. The corners I have to chip out a little bit more, because the grinder's round, you know, and doesn't fit in the corner. But anyway, that is my project, and what I'm going to do is I'll just go ahead and I have some leftover cement for rendering, real fine, you know, and it's, you know, it's a premix, right? So I'll just mix that up, a little bit extra water maybe, and then just pour it on top of this, man. Let me see if I can get my, where is it? My thumbnail. And pour it on top of it, and then just, you know, render it in there or whatever. Clean up on the edges. And boom, project finished. Now all I have to do after that is carve out, what's that, 16, 32 pieces of chess players. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but yeah, man, it's all right. I like it. It's kind of rough, but you know, again, it's repurposed floor tile. I didn't make it perfect, but it is, you know, dark and light, so that'll work. You know, I try to repurpose, you know, other stuff, like all this debris here. You know, this is debris to fill in this area when I tore down the falling walls, when I pushed down those walls. And you know, it got rocks in my head from scrubbing. And then you know, it basically prevents erosion, because it was, you know, the rain would just power over here. But yeah, you know, and this is kind of what I have, a big old stack of stuff that's left over from, you know, doing this house. I still got some siding. I'll figure out what to do with some of this stuff. I can repurpose it. I did, you know, on these little pieces or whatever, I repurposed by putting it up in there, in that big gap. I cement boarded that, and then I filled it in with, just a few days ago or whatever, I filled that in with foam so that it can't get any kind of rats or whatever climbing up in there nesting. So, but I'm gonna take a razor and shave that off and then paint it over too. But yeah, I do have 2 extra pieces of the shower tile. I'd probably figure something, I can make something out of that. I actually have, when I broke that front window in the house there, I don't know if you guys saw that video, but I had the windows in place, and I had the ladder up there, and I don't know what the hell I did. What's it, the ladder? Something I had, this thing I had made to kind of hold the tile, the big board up into the ceiling while I was working on the other end, whatever. Anyway, that thing fell over and went pow, punched a hole right through the brand new window. I was like, God dang it. So the guy came out and fixed it, and he fixed it from a bigger sheet, and he was gonna throw it away, but I said, give it to me. So I have 2 pieces of glass here, and I want to make something out of that too. Why not? I'm retired, man. It's what you do, you make stuff. Those are small projects. I did finish my shellacking my little Harry Potter castle. Gonna work on that, but this morning I'm gonna finish up on my little chess table. Pretty cool. I probably could buy a chess pieces set on Lazada or something, but yeah, it's cooler when I make it myself. I feel more like playing on it because I made it, whatever, right? All right, man, well, let me get back at it, and I'll get back at you. All right, well, finished product. It's all right, huh? Boom. And what I also saw was that as I was, you know, sponging it off, that like when it's wet or whatever, brings the color out better. So I thought what I would do is maybe I can put a coat of varnish on top of that. The sun will probably bake it off, but put a coat of varnish on there, bring out the colors so that, you know, you can definitely see the difference between dark and light. But yeah, I think it came out pretty good. Had some extra slip coat, you know, or the what do you call it? Well, slip coat, but rendering, and put it on my forward part of that pier. My wife's over there butchering the landscape, getting rid of some of the smaller weed kind of bushes that we don't need. Yeah, I'll show you, I bought a smaller drill bit, a smaller mixer. I mean, my big mixer, my power mixer, I don't know, I was mixing that cement for, I think for this floor in the shop here, and and there's this little fuse, not a fuse, kind of like a fuse, that it's a spring that goes in the side of the motor, and so I don't know what it is. It's like almost a, I think it's like almost a clutch or something. Anyway, the thing popped out somewhere in the pile of rubble, and so it doesn't, you know, it won't work after that. It's like right here, this little thing that pops in there. It's like a fuse, but it's not really a fuse, I don't think. I don't think it's the same as that side, but anyway, I want to try and find one on Lazada, so I'll put it back in there. All right, man. Well, that's it for my little game table project. Hope you enjoyed that. And thanks for watching. And keep watching. And we'll get back at you with another project.